This morning, the British Columbia government took an important step in relation to these serious allegations of corporate corruption and negligence. We have initiated a class action lawsuit against the different manufacturers and distributors of brand name and generic opioid medications in order to recover the public healthcare costs we allege were increased dramatically by their actions. It's important to note that this litigation does not attempt to recover damages for any family members affected by wrongdoing. It attempts only to reimburse taxpayers for that part of the public health care expenses connected to any proven negligence or illegality on the part of these companies.
Last year, we lost a staggering 1,450 people to overdose death in British Columbia. My heart breaks for the many families and friends mourning the loss of their loved ones. This is the worst public health emergency in decades in British Columbia.
Do you know how many of the deaths in British Columbia are actually being caused by prescription drugs versus street drugs? And, do you blame the opioid manufacturers for people dying on the streets of fentanyl?
Certainly the majority of people who are dying today of overdose are dying as a result of street drugs that are laced with fentanyl, a poison street supply. What this lawsuit is about is the aggressive marketing of the drug manufacturers of opioids. We are not in a position to say how many people who were on prescription opioids became addicted to those opioids and later turned to street drugs. That is research that is being undertaken at this time. We are doing everything in our power, and we are escalating our response every single day to try and save lives in the overdose crisis and connect people to treatment and recovery as soon as possible. But we also believe strongly that pharmaceutical manufacturers must be held responsible for their actions, and that it's time that they started putting people before profits.